This is Audible.
Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. Narrated by Samantha Brentmore and Jason Clark. 1. What if I jumped? Balanced on the edge of a sheer cliff, I stood at the mercy of this realm, wiggling my bare toes in the dirt beneath my feet. A strong gust of wind could tip me forward or backward. The slightest tremor in the earth, and I'd either fall or fly. What if I jumped? Would anyone care? No, not for me, not for the wrong princess of Quentis. 40 feet below, waves crashed against rock, the water's spray white as it broke against gray stone. I wanted to jump. I wanted to dive into that ocean blue. I wanted to be unshackled from everyone's expectations for just one God's forsaken moment. Except if I jumped, I'd be late. And if I was late, I'd be in deep shit. Margot would kick my ass if I missed this meeting with the Turah warriors father had invited to Quentis. So there'd be no jumping. Especially not today. I inched away from the edge. The temptation. It wasn't like they needed me for this fiasco. May would charm our guests. She was the right Quentin princess. My half-sister had been groomed her entire life for this occasion. This performance. Sooner or later she'd be the Turah queen, and today was her chance to meet some future subjects before her marriage to the crown prince later this year. My attendance? Entirely unnecessary. But I worked hard not to piss off my stepmother Margot and my father. I might not be his favorite daughter or the cherished princess, but there was a crown in my bedroom, and today was all about showing the Turahs exactly how sparkly our crowns could be. My shoulders sank as I took another step away from the cliff, then another, the soles of my feet sinking into the grass as I walked over to the charcoal slippers I'd kicked off earlier. But before I could step into a shoe, the thunder of hooves drew my attention toward the road. The noise grew louder, no doubt a rider coming this way, likely to fetch me. Damn, was I late? Margot had prattled on and on at breakfast this morning, and I'd only half listened as she'd recited today's schedule of events before the introduction to the Turahs. The Rangers had arrived late yesterday, after nightfall. The elite band of warriors had missed the window for dinner or meetings. On purpose? Probably. I couldn't blame them, nor could I judge them for sticking to their wing of the castle since, either resting from their journey over the Chrysanth Crossing or avoiding the pomp of royal civilities. But whether I liked it or not, there would be a spectacle, a time for May to shine. While the Turahs were doing whatever it was the Turah warriors did when visiting foreign kingdoms, my sister was being primped. May would be bathed and pampered. May would be massaged with scented oils and treated with the finest skin tonics on the continent. May would be wearing a gown her seamstress had spent a month crafting for tonight's feast. May. This was all about May. I doubted the men visiting would care about the embroidery or lace, but what did I know? May was their future queen, not me. My only obligation was to appear. On time. In Margot's litany of instructions over this morning's meal, it was the only time she'd mentioned my name. Do not be late, Odessa. I wasn't always late. Usually, but not always. Half the time, no one even noticed. Hopping into a gray slipper, I flicked away the skirts of my matching dress and shifted to pull on the other shoe. Both were firmly covering my toes by the time a familiar rider crested the hill to the cliffside. Banner sat proudly in the saddle, his short, light brown hair combed, not a strand out of place. His expression was blank. Was that a good blank, or did it mean that I was in trouble because my fiancé had abandoned his responsibilities as general to collect me? Banner tugged at the reins, slowing his buckskin stallion to a stop. With a fluid swing, he was off the saddle and leading his horse my way with purposeful, intimidating strides.
Princess.
His tone was serious, his brown eyes